What up, YouTube? It's your boy Charles Enoch. You already know we back with another Invest in Myself episode. So let's go ahead and get this vibe started. Roll the intro. So I wanted to make a video addressing a question that I get a lot of, which is if you pull money from your credit card or your line of credit, will your credit score go down? And the short answer is yes, but we got to dig deeper into the issue. But before we even get started, you know your boy has to do the YouTube thing. So I'm close to having 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 hours to be monetized. So I'm gonna ask you guys, help a brother out. So if you haven't done so yet, go ahead, smash that like button for me, make that thing turn blue. If you're new to the channel or you just haven't done so yet, go ahead, take a little time, hit the subscribe button for me down in the corner. I really appreciate anybody that does this because it does help me reach a higher audience base. I also encourage you guys to share this video with others that you feel may help them. All right, so like I said, we have to think a little bit deeper when we're leveraging the bank's money and applying these velocity banking concepts to either defensive invest, pretty much paying off debt, or offensive investing, pretty much gaining an asset such as a property, stocks, cryptocurrency, etc. So first, I want to just take a little bit of time to talk about credit scores. So bear with me. Now, I've already done a video outlining the different types of credit scores, but I'm going to do a brief rundown for those that have not watched the video. If you are interested in watching the video, I have the link down below in the descriptions. So there's two different types of credit scores, and one's going to be called a Vantage score. Now, the Vantage score is fairly new, and most lenders are not going to be using your Vantage score to approve you for loans such as a mortgage, car loan, or credit cards. So if you're concerned about your Vantage score, most lenders aren't going to be using your Vantage score and don't even care about it. So we're going to stop right there in regards to Vantage scores. Now, the second score is going to be called your FICO score. Now, this is the one most lenders usually look at. So within this FICO system, there's going to be different versions of FICO scores. So you can have your FICO 8 or your FICO 9. And within the FICO versions, there's going to be 3 different credit bureaus. We have TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And within those 3 bureaus, every type of loan has a different matrix for their credit score. So for example, if I went to the bank to get a mortgage and they pull my credit score, they're going to go off of a mortgage matrix. And if I go to get a loan for a car, they're going to be pulling a score off of the car matrix. So the lenders, depending on whatever FICO version they're using, the credit bureau they're using, and whatever matrix they're using in regards to the loan that you're applying for, your credit score is going to vary. So there are so many numerous credit scores that you have. Now, if this wasn't complicated enough, one other thing to note that there are weak credit scores and there are strong credit scores. For example, if I had one credit card and I paid the monthly payment on time for a year and I have low utilization, I may have a 700 credit score, but this would be considered a weak 700 credit score. Now, on the other hand, let's say I have 15 credit cards, 4 mortgages, a car loan, and I'm paying all that on time, and I have a reasonably low utilization, and I have a 700 credit score. This would be a strong 700 credit score. If I was the second person, lenders would definitely look at me and look at my lines of credit, the loans, and the history, and they would conclude that I am more safer to loan to than somebody that has one credit card, they didn't paid it off on time for a year. So for example, if person 1 and person 2 both went to go get a mortgage, person 2's mortgage credit score will probably be a lot higher because they already have mortgages and they're paying those off on time. They look stronger than the person that just has one credit card and they didn't pay that off. All right, so now that we have a brief understanding of credit scores and how they work, let me try to get your mind right. So a credit score is pretty much a game. Hence score. So generally, the higher the score, the more leveraging power you have, meaning the more credit cards, loans, lines of credit that you can obtain. So a lot of people's mindset is to obtain a high credit score and not even utilize the leveraging power that they have. It's pretty much a status thing like, hey, Jim, I got an 800 credit score. What's yours looking like? But if you really think about it, if I hear somebody that says, hey, I have an 800 credit score, I know they're not using their leveraging power because to have a perfect 800 credit score, your credit utilization has to be very low. I think between 1 to 10%. Matter of fact, I don't even know if 800 is the perfect credit score. Somebody let me know in the comments. Anyway, you got what I'm saying. To get a very high credit score, you have to have low utilization, which means that you're not really leveraging a lot of the money that you're getting from the banks. Let me put it like this. If I had $50,000 worth of leveraging power, meaning that I have $50,000 obtained in regards to credit cards, lines of credit, etc., and I want to pay off my mortgage in a third of the time by using the velocity banking strategy, which would be to make a chunk payment, let's say of $20,000, so I can save $100,000 in interest. And to make this chunk payment, what I did was I did a balance transfer from my credit card that they had a special offer saying that it is 0% interest for 18 months. And I know I'm able to pay that back because I have a cash flow of a certain amount that I can put onto the credit card every month for 18 months and pay that $20,000 back. But the only thing is, this would max out my $20,000 credit card and drop my credit score down temporarily, pretty much until I pay the card off. Now, me personally, I'm not concerned about a status look of my credit score. I'm concerned about saving $100,000. So yes, my credit score may drop from 750 to 660, but do I care? I saved $100,000 and the credit is going to build back up. Let me give you one more example. Since I'm an investor and I have multiple home equity lines of credit, HELOCs, if I see a house that I know is going to generate me passive income and increase my cash flow, I'm going to pull money out of my HELOC. And a lot of times it's even over 80% of my HELOC that I'm pulling out so that I can secure the property. So we can all agree that this will temporarily lower my credit score because I'm using a high utilization on that specific home equity line of credit. But am I caring about a score? I have an investment property that's making me passive income. So the credit score will never be a status thing for me. If anything, how you want to look at it, a credit score will let you know when you're ready to invest again. So let's break it down even further. So with all these factors, especially utilization, if my credit score is in the mid 700s, that means it's time to leverage my money and invest either offensively or defensively. Once I use the leverage, let's say pretty much almost maxing out a credit card or a line of credit, my credit score will drop, indicating I need to use the extra cash flow that I have that I obtained from the investment, because that's what velocity banking is teaching you, and use that to pay off the line of credit or the credit card. As we slowly pay off our credit card, we're going to see our credit score steadily rise up. Once it's paid off, our credit score is going to go back to that mid 700. It even may raise up to 800. And what does that indicate? It means it's time to leverage again. It's time to go get into another investment, either offensively or defensively. Bottom line is, don't let the credit score be some type of status thing for you. Let it be something to help you know when to leverage your money and invest into something and when to not do it. And the scarcity mindset of your credit score taking a hit may overwhelm people into not saving thousands of dollars or acquiring an asset that can make them more money. But I thought I'd put the information out there to help change people's mindset. So I'm interested in you guys' thoughts. Go ahead and leave a comment. Is this good advice? Is this bad advice? What do you guys think? And don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead, smash that like button for our brother. And if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button for me. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers and the watch time hours are getting close to me getting monetized. So I hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend. You guys, peace out.